Okay, guys, this is chapter 6, section 2, lesson 2. So, how do I know it's correct? So now we've moved over onto the mat with the equal sign. So we're doing equations. Now, if you notice here, it says checking solutions and distributed property. We talked about distributed property earlier, and we're bringing it back to you guys. So a little more practice, kind of get some more mastery of it. So, reading the intro, it says sometimes a lot can depend on the solutions of a problem. For example, when business calculates for the cost of packaging and shipping products, they need to come up with accurate values. If they miscalculate by only 1 cent per package, but ship 1 million packages a year, this small miscalculation could be costly. So you can see it end up becoming $1 million lost. Solving a problem is one challenge. However, once it's solved, it's important to have ways to know whether your solution you found is correct. In this lesson, you'll be solving equations and finding ways to determine whether your solution to the equation is correct. So just like before with equations, you're finding one answer. So let's look at 660. It says, Chen's sister made this riddle for him to solve. I am thinking of a number. If you add 2 to the number, then triple it, you get 9. So we got a couple things given hints here. It says, I'm thinking of a number, which is x. If you add 2 to it, to the number, which means x, and triple it, you get 9. And that means it equals 9. So it says A, build the equation on the equation mat using algebra tiles. What are 2 ways that Chen could write this equation? So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so here's the equation mat. I'm thinking of a number, so we know that number is going to be x. Okay, so here's x. Okay, then it says if I add 2 to the number, 1, 2, then triple it, you get 9. And so I know 9. So we got 9 right here. So we can see that we still have to deal with the triplet. So that's the thing is we're going to talk about. What does that look like? So here's 6, 7, 8, and here's our 9. Okay? So tripling it, and that means we're tripling this side here. So that means I'm going to add another x, and another x, that's tripling that, and another 2, and another 2 after this. Okay, so now I've tripled it. So how could I write that? So you can see I have 3 x's and 6 units. So I have 3x plus 6 equals 9. Okay, so that's one way. Now what's another? The second way I can write it is using distributive property, because you can see there are 3 sets of x plus 2. So 1, 2, 3. I could write this as 3 times x plus 2 equaling 9. So that would be another way using a distributive property. Okay, and so that gives us our 2 ways for A. Now let's go on to B. B says, solve the equation and show your work by writing the equation on your paper after each legal move. So let's do that. So to simplify this, we're going to need to do a couple moves. So we don't have any 0 pairs, but we can remove balanced pairs. So that's what we're going to do as our move for both sides and remove balanced pairs. So if you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have here 9 over here. So I can remove a total of 6 from both sides. So let's do that. So we get this gone, 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 gone. So that's 6 removed on that side. And let's move 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and 6. So now 6 are gone. So we're left now with 3 x's and 1, 2, and 3. Now, you can see I have it written over here. So we have 3x plus 6 equals 9, and then we have 3x equals 3. Now, there's a lot of things you could think about this here. Now, the thing you can notice here is if you look across, notice how I can evenly divide the x's with the 1's. And you could see that. So that means if I look at this, x has to be 1 in order for this to work. And that's when we simplify, because we can see there's 1x for each unit. And so x would give us 1. Okay, and so now we've figured out that x is 1, and that's the solution for it. Okay, now the other thing I want to talk about is this distributive property. Why didn't we use this? Well, reality is this equation right here is a simplified version of that equation. Okay, and so as we can figure it out, we've solved that for x. Now the next thing to do is see is when Chen told his sister the missing number is in the riddle, she said he was wrong. When Chen was sure that he had figured out the correct number, find a way you can justify that solution in part 1. Well, it's real simple. To figure that out, let's just substitute this, okay? So we figured out x equals 1. If we substitute x for 1, and so now we replace this x with a 1, you can see we can solve this. So 3x plus 6 becomes 3 times 1 plus 6 equals 9. And so if you notice here, 3 times 1 is 3. And then you add the 3 and the 6, and you get 9. So you can see it checks out because it says 9 equals 9. So we know for sure that we are correct in our answer as x being 1. And that's one way for you to check for your solution. Okay? Now, that is done. We're done with that one. Now 6-61 goes into distributive property. So you make sure if you didn't understand distributive property, you pay attention to the lesson again. And remember, answer those guided questions. Make sure you do take notes and make sure you replay this video if you have any questions. Okay? Get a good night's sleep and I will see you tomorrow. Okay? Bye.